You might be hearing Sam bitch in the background because my dog's whipping her. My dog just punched her in the mouth. Of course, it's my boxer.
Irony.
I know.
So there you go. There's that.
I can see, like I've always liked how boxers look and whatnot, but I can see why they got the damn name because whenever they're trying to play with you and whatnot, they sit there and they fucking jab you, man. They fucking jab.
Zadok, first video that they've done recently is they showed off their world boxes, some of their world bosses, which is 3 separate dragons. They had a forest dragon that did poison and stuff like that. They had a fire dragon and they had a frost dragon. Each dragon had its own unique moveset. They weren't just copy-paste bullshit. And they had their own like environment changes around them. Like the fire one was originally like in a forest. You start like looks like a normal forest. The further you get closer to him, you see like random trees on fire, scorched ground, and then you come to a clearing that looks like a meteor hit. And then they actually showed up alpha of their siege combat, and they ended up saying this is 200v200. This is everyone that's doing our pre-alpha test right now. Watch that through. They had working siege mechanics in the castle, working siege weapons from both trebuchets to towers to scale walls to ballistas that were on the actual castle wall, everything like that. And above all that, no lag. Like I'm watching that, I'm not seeing any skips or hardly any, and WoW can't even do that with any type of PvP. So right now, if they showed bad stuff, I'd call them out on it, but they haven't showed anything horrible yet, and verbal NDA is already lifted. Visual NDA is about to lift in another month.
Nice. Before we start this, a really cool thing because, in my opinion, Dungeon Dragons is now finally hitting off 5th edition because they're starting to release more and more crap. About time after, 7 years. With their crossovers with Magic the Gathering and whatnot, they're going to be coming out with a source book, mages, so it has to do with Strixhaven. I haven't kept up with Magic in a long time. But Strixhaven's all about mages, schools of magic, so forth, so on. So, in one of their new play tests, which they're getting ready for that book to come out, they're releasing subclasses that any class can take. In this instance, it's any spellcaster. Okay. Which is really cool because I've been mulling that idea for the Dragoons and Dragon Lords and whatnot of the world that we've created, and when the reboot happens, and one of the actual Adventure Path campaigns is going to be, the Dragon Lords rising to power and actually creating it instead of doing what was in the games we've been playing. But that's how I was contemplating on doing it. Make universal subclasses that anyone can take, and they're releasing the rules to do such thing and how that would actually play out, which is really, really neat to me. So, yes. All right, who's doing recap? Because I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what happened last session whatsoever.
I really don't either.
From being sick and working a stupid amount of hours because of holiday and making all the damn money, I'm pretty dead to the world at the moment.
Well, what I remember is, let's see. we started off last session with everyone waking up from having a good nap in the Drow village, and Chucky not being there. And they're trying to figure out Chucky. Eventually, they give him a call and wake him up. Trying to teleport into his area. And then they what was it? They were got some information before Chucky arrived about the fight with the Dark Messiah and everything going on there. That there was another entity sitting there watching. Eventually, Chucky did show up and had a weird, beautiful, almost mind moment, weird thing. He was going more insane. The usual. Talking about what he discovered in the his vault. There was some discussion about that. It was revealed that the entity that's wandering around watching and doing shit is actually an echo of the adversary, and that the one Lord of the North that's being combined is not being combined into a regular daemon, but an echo of the adversary as well. And let's see. Also, that we have a bunch of shit we should go find, including 2 other pieces to the vault, and the vault is a ship. Let's see. Draven joined us, and joined Drake as well, as they was successfully split and everything. Let's see. After that, there was some discussion with Drake, as Chucky wanted to talk to him about things, which I think Drake just told him to just find it out on his own, rather than contacting the Quarter Stars. Let's see. Which shortly thereafter, Drake was summoned to the Battle of the Dark Messiah. Which then I think, all right, then we cut to the Dark Messiah fight, where the Dark Messiah was defeated, and so was Araxis' brother. Which then this entity that was an echo, a combined echo of someone we found out later, whether that Drake knows or had imprisoned.
Yeah, she's not a happy bitch.
Gave Drake a choice: either Orcan or Gideon die for her minion dying. Drake instead decided to let her resurrect Araxis' brother, thinking he was the minion she was talking about, and he was correct. And she resurrected him and went on her way. Is there anything else that I'm missing right there that would be important?
I don't think so, because I think we really just did a whole lot of.
Because I know shortly thereafter, Drake went back to Draconia and went. Oh, there was a fight. Wasn't there a fight between Araxis and her brother to gain power over the Silver Flight?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that went on.
We also found the dwarf that's actually stone.
Well, that's later.
He's just talking about the Drake interactions and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only about 30% of those that tried to escape, the Silver Dragons that decided to switch sides, made it, because Gideon launched a blitzkrieg style attack against the Silvers.
Yeah, with his vampire priests
Paladins.
or
Paladins.
vampire paladins.
The answer is yes to both. But anyways, one thing we never covered, Derek.
One of them. Never mind.
Did anybody
ahead.
try to steal my shit in my vault?
Nope. The only thing that was stolen from you was one of your prisoners.
Okay, I need to double check on that because I got some important shit in that vault.
Yep.
From the north.
That was the only thing stolen from your vault was the original Lord of the North, or one of the original Lords of the North, which was a witch.
So, if I remember correctly, the only one that Drake told about the witch, or who the Echo was combined with, the gal, was Arcan, right? Or did you tell Gideon and the rest of us?
I told Archaon through Gideon, so no, I know. I just told Archaon because he's the one that's on the island with her. So me and Gideon, I would probably mention it in council, like in the two of the other Dragon Lords, because we're fighting a war. But no, I didn't in game tell anybody.
Well, the important question, would you have included Araxis in that?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
They know about him being the pawn. Because I did tell Araxis that her brother was back. Because she's connected via Dragon Blood.
Yeah.
So she knows that her brother was back and was rezzed.
Well, she had a fight for control, so I'm pretty sure she was. I do know that you... Let's see. Arcan decided to stay on the island, although it's not going to tell anyone, necessarily. And he had his wife come there, Cora, get summoned there.
Yes.
I think that's all the shit with Drake and Archaon and the characters from last campaign. Back to our party, the actual party for this campaign. I believe we went down to A6, and that's where we found that big chunk of, or was that the chest first? We found the chest, or was it
the pale stone?
First, hailstone, and then we found the chest. And the chest, it had a blueprint to a really awesome forge that I can't remember the full name of. Which then we decided...
Creation.
Forge of Creation? Why don't I write that down just for...
And that was what was used to create the ancestral weapons and armors.
We had previously sampled some hailstone, but after getting this blueprint of Forge of Creation, Solon had the idea: why don't we make the smeltery out of this hailstone, which can break down materials really, really easy. So Chucky went off, mined a bunch of shit after getting Solon's bag of holding, which worked out. And they went ahead, I think it was C5, and found the dwarf under the water in some dwarven ruins. A stone dwarf asleep in the water, which they resurrected him, and brought him back to awake.
Yep.
And he kind of crashed and everything. Likes to hit on Araxis teams. I think after that, Chucky met up with them, and they moved to the land to get some sleep. But before they were going to get to sleep, Hilarious sued with a baby owlbear,
Oh, that was just priceless.
where two of them tried getting it, namely Solon and Araxis, and then, of course, Gavin had to fuck with everyone. Chucky didn't give a shit. They were going to go help the owlbear, so he didn't have to, so he didn't care. But it was a close, interesting call there, as Araxis on terrifying dragon, scaring the crap out of the thing. Now, wasn't it Solon that eventually got it?
Yep.
Oh, I can feel the glare through the computer.
Yeah.
I can't see her face, but I feel the glare.
Even though Sam called dibs a long time ago on any baby owlbear.
Yeah, we're talking like months, but it's okay.
Yeah, I can really sense the okayness in that statement.
I think that's where we left off. We hadn't even gotten to sleep yet.
And as of right now, you have one level of exhaustion because of it.
But yeah, Chucky hasn't gone to sleep yet at all. Period. Well, maybe like 15 minutes, 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's all like, "Oh, this sleep, yeah, oh, those fuckers." All right. So where? So
Okay. The next. So are we waking up now, Derek, or?
y'all haven't been to sleep yet.
Only two. Oh, crap roll.
I can't remember. Did y'all say you were getting rest?
We hadn't rested yet, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, you finished your day's activities, what you could do. So yeah, that would assume that
Yeah.
you were getting some rest. All right. Who's on watch? What shifts?
Chucky's not on first watch. He needs 2 hours.
I
I can take first watch.
I'll take all watches.
You
But
don't need
after
to
2 hours, Chucky would wake
Yeah.
up. So.
All right. So, night with the storm weakening, you can see more of the sky. Beautiful night, you see the endless cosmos, the stars and whatnot. Raxus reflecting on what has just transpired with her brother. Gavin being vigilant as you do not have to sleep. And as Chucky begins to stir after his 2 hours of sleep. Raxus and Gavin, give me a perception check. Right top corner of the character sheet. There you go. All right. So both of you notice this as it's not truly hard to look over. About 300, 400 feet out. It's kind of hard to gauge. You see a lone humanoid figure that crosses one of the mounds of sand. It takes you a few moments to realize who it is, Gavin. And you see Archaon. And he is walking. He's moving towards you at a walking pace. For him, it is quick in comparison to a lot of people, but it's his walking pace. You see as he gets to about the 300-foot mark from you, you see him unsheath his massive greatsword, and you see lightning cascading around him. What do you two do?
Is he facing this way?
Oh yeah, he's facing your group. Yeah, you can. I got to refresh myself on skills because I've been fucking looking over numerous things at the moment. Would be perception.
$17.
He, as you're watching him, you can see the lightning growing in intensity around him and beginning crackling around his blade. His eyes fall heavy upon your group.
So I get the maybe rough intent that he means to attack us?
You could feel confident in this, yes.
Probably raise an alarm, get everybody focused on it and awake, or whatever people are doing.
I'll tell Raxus to get people up. I'm going to fucking fuck. God damn it. Fuck, I have to be in 30 feet.
Alright, so, sorry, my mind is still catching up to
How far away is he?
alive. About 300 feet. Both you can take one action at the moment.
I'll be using...
Actually, you get your full. Or sorry, because again, been reading a lot of refreshing on D&D stuff. You can take basically one round. You got 3 actions.
I'm not gonna get close in time. I tell Raxus to get everyone up and get everyone up. Get Nair to get a portal up. I'll at least give you guys maybe one shot. And I place myself in a position between Archaon and the group at least.
Alright, so
But I'm gonna try and
free action talk. Tell her to get everybody
use
taking action to move. This is going to be cinematic here because the scale of how this can go is beyond me wanting to make a huge map for.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the teleportation cloak. So it'd be teleporting 180 feet at 60-foot intervals.
Okay. You're roughly a little more than halfway between Archaon and your group. Araxis, what do you do?
We're still on the boat, or are we like? Because you said there was a sandy bank or a sand dune.
Yeah. Did you all sleep on the boat, or would you all slept on the beach?
I'm thinking we probably slept on the beach.
Wouldn't we have used Araxis' yurt or whatever it was?
That is true. She has a magical yurt.
Probably the yurt.
The other option would have been Chucky to summon his boat, which would have been big enough for us to sleep in.
Yeah, I probably would have used the yurt, and how it's set up is to my discretion.
Yes.
Can it change its interior based on what I would want?
Yeah, more or less within the reason of what would be in a yurt.
I have an alarm bell that they bring, or would that be too outlandish for just a yurt?
Well, there's bells and whatnot. It wouldn't be anything like the alarm spell or, magic like that, but you could have like a dinner bell, any number of things. Y'all are adventurers, you're on a dangerous island. I wouldn't say that's too outlandish.
Does the thing actually give us beds or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Couldn't you just like de-summon the yurt and just drop us on the floor? I mean, it's a dick move, but
It gets them all
That
right,
gets
it gets them
everybody
all right
awake
there.
really quick.
I
And
have
it
to
gets them
read
all in one
something.
spot.
It might
Oh,
be a reaction
you'd be
to
pissed at this point. So yeah,
It's at least two actions. You got to pull the drawstring to close it back up. So it's
Right.
one action to move to it, one action to pull the drawstring.
Okay. Yeah, for just chuckle's sake, I'll do that.
All right, so Ratchet, she runs to the opening of the yurt. She pulls the drawstring. Everybody who's sleeping comfortable, just falls to the ground. Chucky, you're already on the verge of waking up there. And all of a sudden, just smack, hitting the ground. Solon, sound asleep. Raven, sound asleep. Please mute yourself so it's not hearing the echo. Everybody just falls to the ground immediately. You're woken up from this. You got one action left. What do you do?
I'm gonna do a free action to direct everybody's attention, be like, hey, guy over there, he seems hostile towards us. And then I want to what's the name of my ability?
The Earth Protection?
That. I want to activate that while everybody's within close proximity, just in case.
Okay. The only one you're not affecting is Gavin, because
He's so far away.
Yeah. So at 190 feet, I'm going to say that I am not within 100 feet of him, huh?
No, you're not.
Dang it. I literally just did like 10 more feet.
All right, so let's. I'll move us to a whiteboard real quick. So if we gotta draw anything real quick, we
I
can.
just need 10 feet.
All right. If everybody could, you can drop your token and put yourself in initiative. Ease.
Come on, good roll. No, not really.
Oh, damn it, I gotta get it. Fucking token. Right. forgot something. All right. Everybody in there? All right. You told Nair to open up the portal, correct?
Yeah. As soon as I would have sensed our life out of the hut, would have been a mental make a portal, get out.
You see, so for to put everything in perspective, everybody falls, the yort is rolled up, you see a shimmering portal that appears, and on the other side you see the Temple of Sarenrae and Nair on it. Archaon's first action, he lifts his left hand, clenches his fist, and you just see lightning cascading around the portal.
Spell?
Technically, yes. Divine power. I'm going to rule in the area of. It's adjacent enough to be considered a spell.
I'm gonna try it, but it's probably not gonna work. Shit, does that?
That's like our motto.
Nope, that's if I am targeted. So, and I'm still not within. I'm not within 100 feet of him. Or else
I will allow you to use it because of your link with Nair.
Okay. So ring of spell turning, yes, but my reaction that I have to be within 100 feet of, no. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, yeah, ring of spell turning.
Alright, so it can't stop anything more than a 9th level spell?
Yeah.
It does not stop it.
I didn't think so.
You go to try, and there's electricity that sparks around your finger, and it stings a little bit. For his second action, actually, this is 2 actions, you see him take his sword, slam it into the ground, and in around a 200-foot diameter, radius, there is just a dome of lightning continuously cascading.
So that dome is just me and him, then.
No, it's 200 feet diameter, so that would encompass everyone.
They're 300 feet away from him.
Your center point. No, actually, it would be a sword. My bad. Let me look at something here real quick. I would not be able to do that.
Unless he's continue walking closer to me, which
Nope, I would not be able to do that. Instead, a bolt of lightning strikes him, and then strikes halfway between you and your companions. And then everything in a 120-foot radius must give me a reflex saving throw. Which would be everybody at that point, as he's now halfway between you and your companions. Like, you were standing between you and your companions, he used a lightning bolt to teleport to the other side of you, putting him between you and your companions.
Now, okay. Would this actually... I'm testing to see if this would even show you, like, the trigger and stuff. Yes.
Sorry. Like, all right. Go for it.
Alright, let's teleport right fucking next to him.
This would be the manipulate action, so it would trigger. Also, technically, no, it'd be the manipulate part because it's not a move action; it's teleport.
Okay.
Just fancy because traveling with lightning.
Yeah. As I'm swinging this down, I'm asking him, "What are you up to, Grandpa?"
Okay. Make your attack.
Oh God. No. Fuck no.
Does that stand?
I'll I'll token. Fine.
Good
Load.
news. That one's not a critical failure.
All right, that's fine.
So you bring your scythe down upon him, and it rakes across his breastplate, and you see both like this radiant energy and negative energy just collide as your necrotic negative energy slash against his demigod armor. I need everybody to give me reflex saving throws.
I'll token reroll because I don't want to die.
I'm a token reroll for Eve. That is garbage. A lot better.
All right. Did anybody? Did anybody get below a 23? Anybody that got below a 23, you take 40 points of damage, and you are permanently stunned 2.
Oh shit! What happens if you got a 23?
You take 20 points of damage, and you are stunned 1 for a minute.
I'm glad I'm wearing heavy armor. That made it 23.
So question then on that. Condition.
So does anybody...
Reaction turtle.
Okay.
Yeah, same. And it was 40 damage otherwise?
No, it was 20 unless you got a critical failure, which was anything below a 23.
Yeah. So I was below 23. So.
So was Eve.
All right, so they take 40 and are permanently stunned 2, meaning you lose 2 of your action points each round. So, Araxes, you have 1 action each round. Jaffamil has 1 action each round. Good job on that reroll, Dan, because you're a spellcaster.
I wouldn't be able to do shit.
You can cast 1 action heal.
I wouldn't be able to do shit.
Electric. As you can tell, that wasn't meant to necessarily maim. Definitely not one of the hardest hitting abilities you've ever been hit by. So you have damage reduction. If you use your turtle shield or turtle shell blessing, you would have taken no damage. You're still subjected to the stun quality, but the damage you would have taken none. It's a reaction. You can use it each round. Oh, after your reactions replenish.
Well, I can't. So I take the 40. Cool.
You do have, 10 damage reduction from the bear?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 10 universal.
No, it's electrical. It's kinetic damage. Oh. So it's a punch, technically, but...
I use the turtle for me. Does that, lead over?
Did Jeff get the blessing?
I would assume so. He's been with us for all of it.
We never actually really went over that, but I allowed any companions that were presents for the blessings, NPCs, whatnot, to get those special things. So I'll say yes, Jeff and all. All right, Araxis, you're up. This individual has not said a word. You are 160 feet from them, right?
Uh-huh.
So he's halfway between that, which would be 80 feet. He's 80 feet from you.
Which means I'm 80 feet from them.
No, you're 160. He's between you and them. Like it was him, you, then them. Now it's you, then him, and then them. You teleported the halfway mark between the two of you, or you and your group.
Okay, so when did I teleport to him then?
Oh yeah, you did teleport. That's right. I forgot. React to try to strike him. Yeah, so you're 80 feet from him as well. My bad.
Okay.
My brain's not with it. I'm sorry, guys. Lack of sleep. Lack of feeling good. And a stupid amount of work. And dealing with a mass amount of stupidity. At work. No, I don't have a token for him yet. I got him statted out and everything. I just haven't gotten a token for him. Yeah, 1 action.
I'm gonna get on the back of Jaff, and then Jaff has his 1 action to fly in the direction of the enemy.
Yep.
But I can't move my
Just
token.
be... No, don't worry about it. It's cinematic. We're just using relative distance and whatnot. So you hop on his back. Jaff uses his action to fly up to him. You can talk as a free action. Do you say anything or do anything else as a free action? Free actions are things that you can interact with one object for a free action. You can open up a door as a free action, talk. so long as it's not more than a couple sentences. There we go.
Okay, and now you're trying to do a portal, but
The portal's open, but there's lightning cascading around it.
the portal's next to her or next to the enemy?
Next to your group.
If I look through the portal, does it like show the end destination?
Yes.
Okay, what do I see on the other side of the portal?
Nair looking very confused and a little terrified in the Temple of Serenity.
And I know enough about this character to know that we don't stand a chance taking him down.
You could probably assume that.
Okay. Then we probably should be getting everybody through the portal away instead of me trying to be offensive.
You could talk so they can hear you discuss too instead of through my mic.
Talking about the echo. So probably you should be moving everybody through the portal then instead of flying to attack because you can't take this guy on. Then instead of doing all that, I'm going to myself move over to the portal, Jaff move over to the portal as our actions, and then is it a free action to ready my sword and shield and just take a defensive stance?
No.
No.
You get next to the portal, you said. I need you to give me a reflex saving throw for you and Jaffamil.
Because of the lightning.
Yes. That is not a critical failure. No. Jaffamil takes 234 damage, and you take 117.
Why?
Because you ended your turn next to the portal that had cascading lightning next to it.
Okay, so what happens to him when his health hits 0? Does he just desummon until
he desummons. He's not permanently dead. 117. All right, that's your turn. Eve's up.
I'm trying to think if Eve has actually ever seen Archaon.
I don't think she has.
So she's going to be like, who the hell is this? And I'm guessing she would have glanced back, saw Jaffamil's fall, and Araxis taking shit ton of damage, so she's not going to go.
Oh yeah, her silvery skin is freaking scorched with black marks. You can even see like her body seizing a little bit with lightning cascading around her, fading away.
That's Gavin's grandpa.
And why is Gavin's grandpa attacking us? Chucky, of course, would reply, that is my question as well. Is this a test?
Because Northerners are weird.
Gavin showed me that already.
Then you shouldn't have asked the question.
Look, I don't know why you're surprised about this happening.
Who said I was surprised? I just said Northerners are weird.
So what does Eve do?
Trying to see how if I run not the right character. All right, she does have good movement. Um, I feel like she's gonna just move up like 100 for now, and then wait for the rest to get closer.
He's 80 feet away from you right now.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
So not 100. Just move up.
She's like, fuck this, guys.
Move up 50 or whatever.
Okay.
And that would be one of her actions, and then the other. She have anything she could throw?
I don't know, does she?
Yeah, she has a dagger. Doubtful she'll hit, but yeah. Throw the dagger at it.
Is it just a regular old dagger?
Yep.
You see the dagger hit him in the center mass, and then the lightning just cascades around it, and it just is utterly destroyed.
Oh, that wasn't great. She ends her turn because she has one more action, but she has nothing she can really do.
All right, Chucky's turn.
Chucky literally does that. Takes a deep breath in, lets it out, and then it's 80 feet away.
Yep.
And he's not surrounded in any lightning either, is he?
You only saw the lightning when she went to throw the dagger, hit him in the center mass, lightning cascaded around it, destroyed the dagger, and then faded. He does have perpetual lightning in his eyes. And there is a massive amount of lightning around his great sword at the moment.
And he seems like he's trying to challenge us, test us, what?
You can give me an intel or perception check to try to gauge his intent.
21?
What you can read off him is he's here to kill you.
You specifically. No.
He's here to kill us.
You can get that intent.
I have one question, Derek.
Yes.
Not sure if my character will do this, but how close does everyone have to be for me to just teleport them to my bolt?
I'd say roughly 10 feet. All right, what do you do?
Hey, listen!
Well, he's gonna go up and 80 feet, you said, so it'd take 2 actions to get up to him, even though I'm pretty sure he can't take him, but he's,
all right.
I don't know if that's right up next to him or whatever, but
again, we're just using this in case we need to draw anything out or okay. Use 2 actions. Or were you did you critically fail that?
No. Oh, Eve did, so she would have only been able to move anyway, so she wouldn't have been able to throw her dagger, so yeah. She still has her dagger because she couldn't throw it.
Gotcha.
No, he didn't critically fail.
So you use your 2 actions to get up to him, and that is your turn.
I'd be stunned 1?
Yes.
Oh.
For 1 minute. All right, Draven. Look at his spells. right, you see him open up his spell book. He does very complex hand gestures and chanting. You see, how many of you are out there right now? We got what, a total of 5 people in the field at the moment.
Correct.
All right.
Or no, 6, counting him.
Counting him. All right. You see 6 sigils form around him. The pages begin speeding, like turning rapidly on their own accord. He lets go. The book is floating. He finishes the incantation, and the spell disperses. Each one of you is affected by greater haste, giving you 2 actions you can use on spell casting, any action pretty much.
Ooh. Ooh.
Sustained up to 1 minute. And that is his turn. It is a 3-action spell. Gavin, you're up.
I'll let you know
So
how much...
one thing, sorry, because again, my mind's catching up with reality at the moment. He did take the damage from the spell when the lightning cascaded over y'all and caused this stun condition. You see one of his necklaces he has, which is a crystal. You see the lightning go into it and spark around and whatnot, and you do not see, or he doesn't seem to be under the effects of the stun condition.
All right.
Right.
Is that 2 more?
Yep, I think you're at your full action.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now I have 3 actions again.
Yep. Sure. I'll just use this little token right here for Archaon because I don't have one for him. There's Archaon.
1 actions activate bracers of speed. So at least next turn I'll have 4. Then I use cloak of teleportation. Boom. And then I try and hit him.
Okay.
$35.
That just hits. Your cold damage bypasses immunity and resistances, so he takes the 6.
The DC is 24.
That is a fortitude save.
Yes.
That is a critical success.
Okay.
It's 21 plus 6. So, okay.
And because I need the HP at the moment, I will use the Siphon Life.
Okay.
And I'll do the math on that. That was my last action there.
Okay. Solon, you're up.
Give me 1 second here. I just need to finish reading this real quick. Okay. I should have known it would have been good to bring you along, kid. I extend both my hands, and both of them seem to be doing symbols almost by themselves. As I extend both of my hands, I complete 2 7th level spells.
Ooh.
I cast Summon Fae, level 7. I don't have these creatures yet, Derek, so I'm just going to tell you what I summon.
Okay.
It's a Fey, and it's called a Knuckleave.
How'd you
N-U-C-K...
N-U-C-K.
N-U-C-K-E-L-A-V-E. It's in Bestiary 2. I just sent you the spelling.
So this is one I haven't gone back and fixed its proficiency. So it is a level 7, just -7 from its attack rolls. I'm about to give you control over it, Dan.
Okay.
I'll fix it later for you.
And I am summoning 2 of them.
All right. Where are you summoning them at? Yep, just -7 from anything that adds your proficiency to. So like spell DC, spell attacks, saving throws, so forth. So forth, so on.
So in a cone, it would hit here. It would miss Gavin and Chucky, right? If one of these were to launch a cone attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Both of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to roll what they have off of their template. Unless do these tokens have their abilities attached, Derek?
Oh, no, they don't.
Okay.
I haven't set that up. I apologize.
No worries. Both of them have a 30-foot cone breath weapon.
Nice.
Necrotic damage seemed to hit him, correct?
Correct.
Because
Yes.
someone used that before already. Negative damage.
You do know your buddy Gavin has negative healing.
Okay.
So that would actually heal him if he's in the cone.
I will say I'm already at full health, but
Okay, you're at full health. Just for future note, that would heal him.
Okay. So all of a sudden, these 2 creatures of rotting flesh and almost centaur-like appearance appear on opposite sides of Archaon. And they open their mouths and they just breathe a wave of noxious fumes and disease and just overall badness. Just this eldritch green energy. Yeah, he needs to make a fortitude save.
All right. Oh, really? He rolled a 2. That makes it 20.
Fail. Okay, just making sure I got this.
hey Zedek, before any farther, you said on my auras I could distinguish who it targets, right?
Correct.
Alright. Just so
Go ahead and make him.
because you're doing saves on him.
I'll go ahead and make.
I already took that into account right there.
Okay.
That's why it's 20.
He needs to make 2 saves, so because they're each doing their breath weapon.
Second one was 40.
That one succeeds. Not a crit, but still succeeds.
Fair.
Oh, wait, no, it's a
No,
crit.
that's a crit. Yeah, it's 10.
It's one.
Yeah, it's 21 is the DC because 28 minus 7. You got a 40. It's 19 above.
Okay, so
You should just be able to hit the name of the ability and I'll roll it out.
But there's nothing there. 2 hits.
Hold on one second. If you go to the character sheet, like hit the character sheet tab and you hit the breath weapon, do you see that post right there?
No. I also don't have access to the character sheet, so
What the fuck?
I just control the tokens, remember? I don't have the character sheets for level 9 summons yet.
No, you should, it should be in the journal. If you look at the journal, it should be in there for you now in your journal.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Just open up the character sheet part and hit the breath weapon button. Yeah, there you go. So, 21 negative damage.
Yes, and 7 persistent bleed damage.
Right.
And the next one is for half. Or no, crit,
Yeah,
so not.
Yep.
Yeah, so 21 negative damage and 7 persistent bleed.
At the end of his turn, he makes the flat check to see if he gets rid of that. I'm drawing a blank and shit. Can you all see his health?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it is his turn. He's going to use his 2 actions to slam his sword into the ground, and that's going to create the cascading dome of lightning. And then his last action, you see his heavy gaze fall upon you, Chucky. As he pulls his sword out of the ground, he basically swings up at you in one fluid motion. That was a shitty roll. 31?
Hits, but doesn't critically.
$62 damage. Got the lightning. That's slashing, and then here is the lightning. 62 slashing and 59 lightning.
And we have
10 universal
to blood, to physical, and then or something like that, right? And then
so you take 52 slashing and 49 lightning, unless you use your turtle shield.
Well, I'll use my turtle shield, so it's can't math today.
Oh, you do have... Oh, my bad. No. So you would take 42 from the slashing because that's universal damage reduction, and Sam gave you 10. So that's 42, and then that's 39. So 32 slashing, or 42 slashing, 39 electricity damage.
I'll use my turtle shells. So there I have that one. Was that what the turtle shell added into that or not?
No. Which one are you blocking? The slashing or the lightning?
The lightning.
Okay. Araxis, you're up. You have 3 actions again.
I take all 3 to stop, drop, and roll around and cry because I hurt.
Since he hit me, I'll do lightning of Azeroth. I was going to do a damn thing to him, though.
No, it does absolutely nothing to him.
It penetrates immunities and resistance.
Oh, that is right. Yay for
about that.
blessings of a greater God.
Yay.
All right. So, yeah, you can 14 or 6 lightning damage.
I scratched him.
All right.
I think it's more the insult that you hurt him with lightning than anything.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, that's it. You're my personal punching bag now. Or he's impressed by you. One or the other. All right, so
Actually, it could be both.
Araxis, what do you do? You have 3 actions. You're next to the portal. If you end your turn there, you're pretty confident.
No, the fluff, I am not. I am moving away from the portal.
So I have to set the scene here. All of a sudden, Jaff gets hit by this blast of electricity, and you fall flat on your ass from 10 feet up in the air. And Solon, from out of nowhere, sucks, doesn't it?
I'm not talking to you, Dan.
Solon feels like revenge has been earned.
He was sleeping nice and comfortably, and all of a sudden, his cot was just taken away from him.
What kind of action is it to establish
with my giant fluffy owlbear pillow? Ah, the glares. They fill me with joy.
what kind of action is it to do a telepathic link with someone?
1 action.
Okay, so my character would know that Archaon's supposed to be on our side.
Yes. Ish. On your side, ish.
I kind of want to talk to what's Solon's father's name?
Drake.
I kind of want to get a telepathic link with him and be like, hey, is Archaon supposed to be trying to kill us? Because if I don't want to do something that would break the game and do something that my character wouldn't know to do, because I think she's smart enough to realize that he's attacking us. If it was a test, it wouldn't be this hard. So something else may be going on, and he's this powerful.
Okay, so what do you say to Drake?
I'm just trying to justify my actions, and
You're justifiable. You've seen him and Drake next to each other. You have seen he's helped you all in the past. You know, he fought the Dark Messiah with Drake, and fought your brother and all that. So I mean, that's justifiable alone. I love her. She sits here and tries not to metagame. I like it.
that's the
There you go.
metagame. That's
I appreciate that.
okay. So what I say to Drake is, I'll just keep it short and sweet. Archaon's trying to kill us,
Okay.
and we're already really hurting.
So this is how this goes. Drake connects to Archaon. Do I sense malice coming through the link? That's what that's the important question.
No.
Then I respond to Archaon and say, "Keep up the good work," and I don't say anything back to Araxis.
He very much, like, what they're reading. You can feel the surface thoughts with him. Like, he is projecting this aura and intent to kill.
I fought with him for thousands of years.
You know he has
know
the intent
firsthand.
to kill them. He has the intent to kill him or kill them, because without that, it's false. But there's no actual malice.
Which is why Drake says, keep up the good work. And maintain silence. Actually, Drake is going to go one step further. He's going to shut down the connection, because she's only half Dragon Lord right now. He's going to shut down the connection so she can't get in contact with Gideon either.
You feel this, by the way. You feel this. You feel.
Okay, so basically, he read my text message and he's not responding.
Yeah.
Basically, exactly.
You see next to your text message the word "read." He dotted and then didn't send a message back.
And then all of a sudden you feel a lack of connection. Like the power went out. So you're not really sure if he sent a message or not.
Yeah. So your character, to put it in perspective, because you're big on not metagaming.
I can basically surmise that this is a test now, because if we were in danger,
this is what I'm getting at. You know that this individual is very powerful. You don't know the full scope of his power. You know that Solan's father both has respect and a rivalry with him. You don't know who would win in a fight. But on that level of power, it is actually conceivable that he could sever your connection talking to people.
so I could get the idea that Archaon.
Yeah, and he very much has the intent to kill. So yeah, there is no hint of a test.
But
You can give me a raw intelligence check to see if you can figure it out. I will allow that, because you're not a simpleton. It's going to be very high DC.
could I get a bonus to my roll if my train of thinking is that I got in contact with Drake, I know he heard me, he's not coming to our aid immediately.
Yeah, you don't know he heard you.
But you said I did. Or did you go back and, like, he cut off the connection?
You sent out the message, but you don't know if it went through or not. You just feel an absence of the
yeah.
You sent the message out,
I thought I
and
asked
all of a
that.
sudden
I got
it shut down.
No, Charlie said you see the red and then dot.
Yeah, I got that, but I asked you if I could sense that he heard me, and I got a yes.
I don't remember you asking that. I do apologize.
Unless I thought it really hard.
You've had conversations with me. You never actually spoke to me, so.
That's why it's justifiable. Okay?
Thinking really loud and hard does not mean the other person hears it.
Okay, so my character is very, very afraid. I don't know anything about if this is a test. I know he's trying to kill us. That's what I'm getting now.
You know he has the intent to kill, yes. You can give me a raw intelligence check. I guarantee you it's going to be, you're going to need, what's your intelligence modifier? 2? Okay, again, you're not a simpleton. Average is 0 for modifier. So you're going to, yeah, it would take an action, and you would need a natural 20.
I'm going to forego that.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Belt of Regeneration, so that way I can start gaining health back. You said I have 3 actions?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's 1 action to use the belt.
I have gloves. I have my healer's gloves. And then Paragon's Guard.
I got to roll real quick for Archaon to see if he takes persistent bleed damage. And no, he does not. The flat DC is a 15. Rolled an 18. It was taking persistent bleed damage from. You do get to roll the bleed damage though, Dan.
Oh, sweet.
He only takes it once, however, as he rolled an 18 right there.
Doesn't he just take 7, or is it 2d6?
It's 2d6. You can take your first roll if you want to, or you can re-roll. Takes 10. All right. So you're going to end your turn next to the portal.
Okay.
I know Araxis is freaking out at the moment, but self-preservation, I think, does kick
I'm
in
gonna
at some
forego the Paragon's Guard, and I'm gonna move as far away from the portal as I can get.
towards Archaon. Well, that little
Here,
token.
portal's here. I'm gonna go kind of like diagonally, like circling around.
So, portal's right there, and then I got a little generic token down there for Archaon.
So I'm gonna kind of go like that.
You have. Go ahead. We'll use this as the map. Go ahead and move your token where you want to. You have a base movement speed of something. Okie dokie. Eve's up. She has 3 actions.
Yay. I feel like she would not want to get closer to him right now, so let's see. I'm going to imagine she moves like here so she can see him, and she doesn't know that a dagger will, disintegrate, so she's going to throw it now.
Same result as before. It disintegrates. Yep.
She has one more action. I think I'm going to. He's gonna do duelist challenge then with the last action on him. That's her turn.
Okay. Chucky's up.
And Chucky is stunned 1 still, or was?
Nope.
Yeah, he's stunned 1, but he gets 2 actions from Draven.
So he has 4 actions.
Yep.
Well, he's going to, let's see. He's gonna spend a mythic power or mythic surge, or whatever the hell it is, to do instant healing. So now he has fast healing 10 for a minute.
Nice.
And then he's going to rage.
Nice.
And then with his last 2 action, he's going to attack.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. What? This is meant as lethal. So he's going to spend a hero point to have you re-roll that. So re-roll that, good sir.
You suck. Not much different, though.
It does hit, though. So how much damage does he take?
62, 72. It wasn't a critical, right?
No.
Just a regular hit.
Just he beat his AC by 2.
It's 74.
74.
And then he's going to attack him again.
All right.
20.
As you go to swing, you overstep, and he, with his free hand, decks you in the face.
I take any damage, or
33 to hit.
yeah, that would be a critical.
Oh, sorry. That is 82 points of damage. Half of that is lightning or electricity. Half of it is bludgeoning.
So it'd be reduce the. It was 80. What? 2?
82.
So,
41 of it is bludgeoning. 41 of it is electric.
does my rage resistance of bludgeoning stack with Arax's 1
No.
buff? Okay, so then it's just Arax's buff is 10 resist, right?
Yes.
So then it would be
You take 21 from the punch.
and then do I want a turtle? Yeah, mine's a turtle. For the electrical.
Okay.
So it'd be 21 and then 16 electrical damage.
Okay.
Oh, and might as well do the 8 electrical damage to him.
Okay. All right. Draven's turn. He surveys the area. How many people? There's 8 friendlies on the board now, right?
Correct.
Oh yeah, Jaff got gibbed.
Yeah, but he counts as 8. So Draven himself is number 8 because he doesn't have a token on the board.
All right, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's 8. Okay, so he's gonna have to do 2 castings of this. All right. Again, you see him open up his book. pages start flipping on their own accord. He starts incanting. One casting of it affects 4 individuals, and the other casting affects the last 4. You get to add half his intelligence modifier to your saving throws, your attack rolls, to your damage rolls. Basically, any of your rolls you get to add +5 to. And that is his turn. Gavin, you're up. This is a status bonus. It's been 2 rounds, right?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. There's something I forgot. I was checking my notes there. You see, each round when it's gone to his turn, the dome of electricity that's cascading has closed 20 feet. So it has closed total of 40 feet.
Okay.
200-foot radius. Centered on him.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead. First one out of the 4.
That stand.
Fuck it, I'll hero point.
Oh, he has no. That would not be a critical because he's flanked, or a critical failure because he is flanked. So, do you want to let that one stand, or reroll?
Let that one stand. After that attack doesn't hit, then I'm going to use the 2 action on the scythe. It does a basic fortitude save.
Okay, what's the DC on it?
It is off mine, so that'd be 24 as DC.
It is not a critical success.
Okay. So
It takes 67 negative damage. Okay, and he is drained 1. All right. Yeah, one more action. No, that is you used your 3 actions right there.
I have 4.
Oh yeah, you used your slippers.
Yeah.
It's nice that
he just failed that, right?
No, he succeeded.
Oh, he succeeded. Okay.
Not a critical success, so he took drain 1 and...
Okay.
Oh, my bad. He takes half that damage.
Mm-hmm.
So... Alright. Alright.
Okay, my spells aren't gonna do anything right now, so I'm gonna try one more hit then.
Alright.
Nope.
Does that stand?
That would have been a negative, huh? That's one I'll use to point on then.
Okay. Ouch.
I'm rolling horrible.
You know,
0
those
point. Go ahead and re-roll.
Wow, still a critical failure. Nope, it's not a critical failure because flanking. You're
Yeah.
good. All right, Solon, you're up.
Yay! So both of my creatures rear up and strike out with their bastard swords.
Nice. Fucking bastards. So, -2. That one hits.
Okay.
It is flanking. That is a critical failure on that because it's only -2, which would put it at 22, and then flanking would put it. So it is still critical. So it does get his free attack against that. Give me 1 second. All right. Which one critically failed? The top one or the bottom one?
The bottom one.
26. Remember, -5 from his, or 7 from his AC.
That hit.
It's not a critical, right?
Its AC is 21, so no.
All right.
Even with the -7.
Takes 98 damage. Half of that is slashing, half of it is electric. As he sidesteps your scythe attack, the one grim flayed minotaur centaur thing cuts into him, does a little bitty damage, and then the other one overextends and he just nearly cleaves it.
Okay, so this is what happens. Because Solon raises one hand and simply flicks a finger back towards Archaon. This specimen all of a sudden turns into bright golden flames, and the flames leap onto Archaon. He needs to make a basic reflex save.
Okay. I'm curious of what you're doing.
Purifying flame.
19. Damn. Shitty ass roll.
Took 190 points of damage.
Very nice. How much?
190. Shit. So, this creature is dead, but I'm like, and all of a sudden I wave with my final 2 actions, and I summon another one.
You didn't say the magic word. No.
And the one I just summoned is going to swing with his bastard sword.
Nice.
Chris.
Nice.
So, 36 plus another 12, so 38, 48 damage.
Yep. All right. You see him cock his head at you, Solon. Give me a perception check.
You know what? Solon's just happy he's effective in this fight. It's been so long since he's been effective in a fight. It's like he's not used to it.
You've been around Archaon long enough. You got a nod of approval from him. Nobody else picks up on it, but just a cock of the head to look at you. That's more than enough of he acknowledges
Wait.
you. You see him with both hands. He grabs As he swung down with his one sword to cleave into the other, he kicks it back up with his right foot, and he spins and strikes everybody around him.
Gonna try. Lurking death.
Okay, so where do you teleport? Teleport adjacent to him, so you actually have to move from your square. No, you're still there, so technically you could just re-teleport there to make your strike. So yeah, I'll allow that. So you got the flank bonus.
Okay.
Question for you, Derek. Doesn't this mean that there's a manipulate action performed?
That was more just flare.
Or flare? Okay. I just needed to clarify on that, because both of these creatures have attacks with attack of opportunity.
Yep, no, that was just flare of him kicking his sword back up to do a whirlwind attack. Alright, make your attack.
Damn it.
Alright.
No good rolls, man.
As you go to strike down him, he's already in the motion of doing a whirlwind, and you just miss him.
I was about to say I have a hero point. You could use it.
If you want me to. This
would be a good idea.
Alright. So
and that just hits because of flanking.
yay.
Yay! Oh, nice. Nice. All
So
right.
it hits, I stop the action.
Yes, you do. So how much damage?
$63.
63.
Sorry. Yeah.
You strike down his back and it stops him. He looks at you and you know the Norsemen, the Nolians. He's starting to get thrilled by this now.
Oh shit! You're starting to get excited, people.
Oh no, he's gonna start trying. No.
You see him raise his great sword to the air and throw it down to the ground. And I need everybody to give me a reflex saving throw. And that is the end of his turn. The dome moves 20 feet closer. Yes, everybody.
I'm done.
Was that a spell?
No. He is calling lightning down from the dome.
I'm done.
All right.
Rolled a natural 1.
All right. Anybody that got below 23 is a critical failure. For anybody that got 23 or above, you take 42 electric damage. Anybody who critically failed, you take 84.
So how much if you just failed, just straight? How much damage?
42.
You said 40.
42. You do get +5 to your save rolls because of Draven.
Oh, okay. So that would bring it up to 23. So, sweet.
Bring mine up to 15. Cool.
Woo!
Dave would be at 30. And I would be at 28.
All right. So yeah, you all just take 42 damage then. And Raven books incredible.
The generic 10 stack to that?
Yes.
Okay, so.
And then I'm going to go ahead and shield, and then give me a second. I have to roll for my Nuckeves. Oh.
All right. So, which one critically failed?
Be the top one. That's why I did it before.
Okay. He takes 82 electric damage, and the bottom one only takes 42. Or sorry, top one takes 84. Yeah, and then 42 on the bottom.
As far as I'm aware, this does not take a resistance to do this, or a reaction to do that, does it?
No.
Just Lightning of Azeroth just automatically happens?
Yeah.
So technically, Gavin should have done that too?
Yeah, give me a second, because I'll have something else too.
1-2, Solon?
I do, but my summon's creatures don't have it.
Natural 20 on that, Gavin.
Okay.
So he takes.
Oh, I got hit. I see what you mean. Let me find that. Okay, it didn't roll that, so I'll check it changing in my macro, but there's 6 from me for the irresistible lightning.
All right. Araxis, it's your turn.
We might survive. Maybe.
You have way too much hope.
Still have 3 actions.
Yep.
I'm gonna do Paragon's
Oh,
Drop.
yeah. Draven looks incredibly hurt right now. Like, he's barely conscious. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get a little token for him real quick. You will be Draven.
I have a question.
Hmm.
If in the description of one of my actions, it doesn't specify that I have to follow through with an attack, do I have to follow up with an attack?
No, if it doesn't say you have to, you don't.
Okay, then I think I want to use Sudden Charge to get over to the kid, and then I want to heal him.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I just envision you having a healing potion in your hand. You charge over and you just smash it over his head.
Heal!
I know you don't actually do that. That's just what I imagine happens with the sudden charge ability in a healing potion.
No, she's charging over there to touch a child. The look she just gave me. Worth it.
It's just like touched by an angel, only different.
Yes.
I'm gonna do battle medicine, which I think is just a medicine check.
Okay. If that's what you want to do. What level are you going to try to heal him at? Expert? Master? Okay. Go ahead and post it. 20. Okay. And then roll the thing that gives you how much you heal for. While she's doing that, because that's her turn, what does Eve do? It's on your action tab that has all your special abilities that you can click.
That's what I'm doing. Battle medicine.
Yes, that's the heal check, the one called heal. Let's find it. What's Eve doing while we get this figured out?
I've been debating that for last couple minutes here. Really doesn't have a whole lot right now. I guess the only thing she can do is move up and try to hit him. She has 3 actions, right?
Yes. Treat wound, Sam. So that is heals for 42. $31 misses.
I feel like if she tries attacking again, she's gonna just get critically hit.
Actually, is she attacking with the mundane weapon?
Nope, this one's a +1.
Okay. It does not get disintegrated.
Yeah, her rapier is actually not horrible. It's just not great either.
Oh, she attacked him. He's going to use a reaction. You see him clench his fist. Everybody who has a stun condition, I need you to give me a fortitude saving throw a number of times equal to your stun condition.
There's Eve's.
Alright, here's my 2.
And there's Chucky's.
You need to give me 2 fortitude saving throws. $33 is the DC. So again, if you got 23 or below 23 or 23 or lower, below 23, sorry, it's a critical failure.
You still have that +5 from Raven?
Yes.
So,
I succeeded 1, failed 1.
Okay, we're going to go down the line. Charlie, what was your 2?
Would have been 36 and 25.
Okay, so for the one that you just failed on, you take 65 electric damage. And then the second one that you succeeded on, you take 32 electric damage.
Because I succeed, I critically succeed.
Okay, so the first one, you take 65 electric damage.
Okay. Hey Dan, if you want to do the breath, be really cool about now.
See if I'm still conscious.
All right.
Be conscious. Because
Eve. Let's do Eve's real quick. I'm just looking at tokens, so calling it out. Good news is your summons don't have the stun condition. Woo.
Yeah.
So the first one would have been 26, and the second one would have been 21. So she would have failed and critically failed.
All right, so she takes 65 and then 130.
Based on previous DCs, are you sure isn't 23 is the passing DC?
For
33 is his AC.
33 is his spell DC as well, and 35 is his AC.
Okay.
It's 33 with the flanking.
So it was 63 for the first one.
65.
Oh, 65 for the first one.
Yep.
We were just at the 55 with the 10. So she's at 25, and then 100. And how much?
130. What's her maximum hit point?
142.
No, she isn't dead. She is unconscious, and her body is literally smoking. All right, Chucky, you.
I rolled a 25, and then plus 5 would make it a 30.
All right, so 65. And then what was the second one? Oh, you only had one. You're good. All right. Dan.
Mine would be a critical failure.
So
I'm going
130.
to use my special ability, though, that... And thanks to the resist 10 is the only reason it's not an insta-kill.
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my special reaction blessing to... that allows me to stay at 1. I have to look up the ability's name. From the Raven Queen.
Okay. No, I trust you. All right. And then your second save?
I only have 1. Stunned 1.
Oh, okay. Nice. You're at 1 hit point. Araxes. 31 succeeds, and the 20 you take 130 damage. Oh, you get +5. Is that including the +5 with the 20?
Oh, no, then it'd be 25.
Okay, so that's 65 damage.
Do I get to use my turtle shell?
You can.
That'll negate the 25 then?
That would negate 25 of the damage, so you would take 40 electric damage.
Also my
Your what?
the
No, but your bear resistance does kick in, so it'd be 30 damage. Because it's electric, not physical. All right.
I'm just going to milk this for everything. I did get hit and took damage.
Yeah. Same. I'll do mine.
Yeah.
That is a 32.
I'm really hoping to get some Dan luck on those save rolls here.
All right, so Eve's smoldering on the ground. Chucky's turn. She needs to give me a death saving throw.
That's not her turn.
Yeah, it was her turn, and he used the reaction to do it. So at the end of her turn, she has to give a...
Death saving throws at the beginning of your turn.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Chucky, it's your turn.
And Chucky is just going to do this to her.
Nice. Nice.
She heals for 42. That's one of his actions. since this thing has been super useful right now, he's going to activate that ability. So now his attacks do that.
Nice.
And he's going to make 2 attacks on this on Archaon. There's 2. The first one's a hit, and the second one's a miss.
He's going to use his second reaction to raise his shield to increase his AC. Or not shield, but a sword to increase his AC by 2.
So the first one misses then?
Yes.
Well, that's Chucky's turn.
Draven's. I'm not liking our chances here, guys. What's our plan?
I'm about to do a shit ton of damage.
To go down with the ship.
What you did before or something else?
Yes.
You see him, he's calculating. Looking at his character sheet, 1 second. All right. He grabs an amulet from his chest and he breaks it in his hand. He points his staff towards you, and you just feel this surge of arcane might in you. It only is under one effect you do, but the damage is doubled.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
That's actually, that is one of his actions. He has a lot of spells, sorry. He looks around. He's going to use his 3 actions. He's trying to think the best way. Like, you see him calculating. He throws his hand to the ground, and you see arcane tendrils shoot out and just touch everybody. Except for Archaon. When a person affected by this is damaged, they can distribute the damage amongst any that are touched by the tendrils in increments that they choose.
Just damage, not healing.
Oh, it's healing as well, sorry.
Oh. So, Zadok, ruling, how would that work with me if I'm hit by negative? If it's healing for me, it's healing for everyone, or...
No. For you, it's... that would damage him, but heal you.
But if they sent...
You don't have to distribute it.
Yeah.
So, and like in that case, like if they did their breath weapon right there, and you were affected, you don't have to distribute that because that would hurt them.
Yeah.
All right, that's Draven's turn. Gavin, you're up.
Let's do the attack first.
Nice.
Yep. It'll be the attack, and then I will do the 2 action.
Two action. All right.
So it's the basic fortitude state against 24.
23.
So let me.
We'll do 4. That's how much he is drained.
Dang it.
He's technically drained 2 now.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So his AC is dropped by 2.
What are saves?
Drain. Let me look up drained real quick. You calculate the damage, please, good sir.
I got you. 46.
Drained.
69. Nice.
Nice.
Or 69.
Take a status
73.
penalty for your drain value on constitution-based checks such as fortitude saves. You also lose a number of maximum hit points equal to your level times equal to your level. Ooh, okay. So he's drained 2.
So he's drained 50 because he's a level 25.
Actually, don't know Arcane's level. Or Archaon's level.
Well, I thought he was 29.
Yeah, Archaon's stronger than 25, as he has crossed into the threshold of demigod. Hold on. But this right here is 26, so that is 52, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And his Constitution saving throws. It's not his AC is affected. His Constitution saving throw loses a number of maximum hit points equal to the value.
Constitution saving throw is his fortitude, and that's what I mean. That's what matters to me.
Yeah. All right.
I have one more, and
you said 69.
69, 73. So 73.
7. All right.
Crap. So Dan, do I try and do the extra hit? And hopefully I don't.
You don't have any actions left, I thought.
I have 1.
Oh.
Use his little slippers to give him more actions.
Lay on hands
Heal yourself.
and distribute it. Just wouldn't lay on hands hurt you?
I would do lay on hands to.
Your lay on hands is different. You can either do necrotic or positive. It's your choice which one it is.
But if I do positive, it hurts me and I kill
Correct.
myself. If I do negative, it heals me, but I can't distribute that out because then it hurts her.
Hurt them. Yep.
Yeah, for right now, I'll lay on hands negative me.
Okay. All right, Solon, you're up.
Okay. So my 2 summons are going to do a breath attack, but they are going to angle it up this way, so it's going to hit both Chucky and Eve, and they'll be able to redirect their negative damage to Gavin.
Nice.
And they'll be able to double it because it'll affect both of them.
Nice.
But all 3 of those.
Is that what you're choosing to do that on? Oh no, I get what you're saying. You're not doubling the damage on that. It's because of the.
Yeah. And then all 3 of them will need to make 2 basic fortitude saving throws.
Okay.
Unless they don't resist it.
You had the choice of not resisting it. And Archaon's in that, right?
Yep.
First one was a 20. The second one was 28.
Okay, so they The first one, he takes full damage at 29, plus 4 persistent bleed, or plus the
Take that at the end of
2d6.
his turn.
Yep, and the second one, he takes half, so a total of 17. Yeah, total 17.
All right.
They end up healing. They're going to choose to fail. So
So did y'all choose to fail? You and Eve? Chuck and Eve?
It was me and Eve.
Yeah, Chuck and Eve. Y'all are affected by the parasitic arcane tendrils that
do me a quick favor, Josh. Do an intelligence saving throw, or an intelligence check. That's more than enough. You saw what I did last time.
Yeah, I would choose to fail.
No, but I mean in terms to who you distribute the negative damage to.
Oh, right.
You said I saw what I did last time, and that hurt him significantly.
Yeah.
So what do you heal Gavin, or do you heal one of my creatures?
One of your creatures.
And then what about Eve's?
I'll roll for her intelligence. Nope. So,
Well, as a free action, you could tell her to, because you realized it as a free action. You can tell her.
well, after that, I would tell her, and she'd heal one of the.
Okay, I just did it optimally. Because you know to do it optimally.
Ugh.
Yeah, but this is where things get fun. Someone raises both hands, and with his final 2 focus points, I'm going to double up my purifying fire.
Okay. Which one? You can only do it on one because they're two
My
separate
first one-
casts.
Yeah, but I'm going to do the spell twice. The first one is going. They're both the same health right now, so.
Yep.
Are
Are you gonna double
is
the
gonna
damage on
double
the
up.
first one? Okay, so 176 times 2 is math.
He has to make the saving throws first. Basic reflex
Oh, yeah,
for both.
I'm going to use one of his hero points to reroll that natural 1, and I rolled a natural 1 a second time. That's for the top one, and then for the bottom one, he got a 33.
Oh my god, he natural won the one I doubled.
So it was 176 doubled?
Yep,
352?
352, and then double that is 700.
Ouch.
So you just see it erupt on him, and you see Archaon. He looks, and then his body just starts to shake violently, and then erupts, and you just see the lightning cascade up into the dome, and the dome fades. And then you hear a clapping in the distance. And as you turn your head, you see Archaon unscathed.
Oh, fuck.
And
I just sit down.
You all have come a long way. Your strength as a group is impressive. That avatar I created of myself is of the strength of a Gar. At that, he turns. You see his wife apparate next to him. And they simply walk off.
I look at the group. For the record, I'm not sure we can count on Vagar getting quite as unlucky as Archaon just did.
One thing you all know, one thing you all take note of that was a avatar. Scaled down to Vigar strength.
There's seven turns and a minute left. Just
Yep.
gonna just pass the tether fast healing. So he heals 70 hit points.
Nice. So what do y'all do?
I hurt a lot.
A lot.
Raxus, do you do anything?
I don't think there's anything I can do with like healing and whatnot until after we rest.
Oh, the lightning across the portal, dissipates as well. And the portal is open, and Nair is just looking slack-jawed at all of you.
I walk through the portal like the MVP I am.
Yeah, gonna go through the portal.
Yeah.
I watch what happens when Charlie goes through the portal. I'm fascinated.
I asked her to make another portal outside the temple. Because I don't know what happens if I actually set foot there. And I know better. I would like to think that I know better.
Did any of you want to say anything to Archaon as him and Tora are walking away? You flip them off and walk away.
Don't think we're ready yet. Like at all. Like I should have died. Twice over. I need to sleep.
Chucky wouldn't say anything to Arcan, but as soon as they left, he'd be like, "Can we get one night where we're not something stupid, random is happening?" You know?
How long have you been traveling with us?
Yes.
I think you know the answer to that question already.
Draven's breathing heavy. Whew. That was my first, true combat.
Congratulations! Your first true combat was against a demigod. Or an avatars of a demigod.
That's both fascinating and terrifying.
Yeah. That's his weekend. Oh, God damn it.
And the Draven with Drake just smiles.
I take it your other half came out on top, as all Drake says. He releases the busy signal.
You feel the
Araxis.
connection back with Drake and the other Dragon Lords. Araxis reappear.
All of a sudden, you get a message. I will contact him. It just came through. Delayed. You could certainly try to see through my deception.
You want to try to see through his deception?
Fuck all you.
Why? It's going to take me roughly 2 days to create another amulet like that.
I think we all vote to let you stay here and I just at the temple for a few days while you craft that, because that was an incredibly useful magic item. Like, incredibly useful magic item.
It is a talisman of my own design.
We can clear up some. Yeah, we can clear up some locations while you craft. And holy crap, was that a powerful magic item?
That was pretty good.
I said, by the way, you did good, kid.
Thank you. You still just like you see, just like the adrenaline is starting to fade from him, and he's like starting to breathe heavy, and it's like, oh my god, oh my god.
So what do we do about the knowledge that that Avatar was as strong as Vigar, supposedly, in his current state? I'm guessing current state.
Yeah, but I say, okay, I recognize that, but I also recognize reality. There was something like Archaon's avatar had like an aneurysm at that last magical strike. I mean, don't get me wrong, me and the kid unleashed a powerful magic compulsion there, but it seemed to be more of a glitch in the matrix than it seemed completely our own strike. On top of that, the sheer amount of damage we took leading up to that fight, or that I took leading up to that fight, and how lucky some of my resistances were, there's a distinct impossibility that I wouldn't have, in a normal fight, been even able to get to the point we got to. I think we may need to get a little stronger before we start targeting the gear, but I think this proves that we are within the striking zone.
He seems like a man with a purpose. I don't think he was aiming to goad us to strike now, but to show us what lies ahead.
I agree.
Prepare.
I think it was also to show us what we're capable of.
That too.
But
where is Gavin at?
He's outside. Being of the nature he is, he didn't want to enter a temple of purity and healing.
He nods. That would be disastrous for him. For this place has just an innate positive magical healing in it. It'd be slow torture for him. And he writes that in his journal.
I'll go back. I'm going to go out and relay what we were discussing inside with Gavin, so he can be part of the conversation.
So, question,
you
Derek.
get a mental message of, I see why my father left.
I have a question, Derek.
Yes.
When I teleport to the vault, is that just instantaneous teleportation, or is that actually opening a portal?
It's instantaneous.
Okay. Then Chucky would say, I had one idea, but I didn't have the ability to do it. And I don't think he would have let me either. That is, if we could get within 10 feet of me, in that scenario, I could have teleported us to my vault.
And the same thought process with my portals to my 2 demi-planes. But nobody was near enough, and once I crossed the threshold, the portals would have closed.
Yeah.
And I would have not have survived a single round with him by myself.
Mine wouldn't even been opening a portal. It would just, we would just boom.
So do you think he would have just, knocked us unconscious, or would he have straight up killed us?
Don't ask questions that you don't want to know the answers to.
He just says nothing more and nods.
Hey, Zadok, I would have, knowing my current goal between me and Nair, do we already have Saren Ray's blessing on that, or no?
Yes.
We do? Okay. If we didn't, I was going to have at least Nair make the connection and ask. So, if we already have her blessing on that, then I won't do that.
Gavin, as you're sitting out there, 2 lightning bolts strike about 30 feet from you. And as the light dissipates, you see Tura and Archaon.
I give Archaon a little glare of, I know why he did it, but I don't have to like why he did it. But this is one of my, like, only chances to... I don't get very many chances to actually see my
Grandparents.
grandparents.
Yeah.
That's technically Tora's like a yeah, still considered grandma.
She's still considered your grandma, just
Yeah.
married in.
Yeah. Go in to give Tora a hug.
She gives you a hug. And Archaon is just studying you. Tora looks at you and puts both her hands on your cheeks. What is your goal? And she waves her hand, and the illusion of flesh is removed. And there you stand, an undead reaper, skeleton, what you are now. Your path has changed so radically from when you were just a child. In your time in Valyria, serving in the Order of Palestone, to the few months you have been here, you have bound yourself to an entity that is alien to us all. Motivations and goals that it plays.
And
it put you in direct opposition to your father, to your loved ones, your friends. But your father has sworn to defeat the ferryman. And you, as his champion, must stand between the two. Your father fought so hard so to avoid the conflict with his own, to persuade Archaon to take a different path. And now it has circled around again to you and your own father. What is your end game? And she takes her index finger and middle finger and touches your forehead. And there is a pulsing, a divine energy that encompasses you. And for a moment, at least while you're in this circle, that connection to Quran is dampened. You get the sensation he cannot hear you.
For the things that happened that Quran put in motion for me to be his champion, I think the thing that at least is in my corner at the time being is what happened when I was his champion and I touched the blood of Throttledoon, right? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah. Being technically, very technically, a daemon with a soul. I'm not exactly sure what that frees me from, or what fates that frees me from. But I do know right now my main goal above all else is to make sure that that never falls into the wrong hands. After that, I'm going to try and convince Dad to let me take his place. As keeping natural order has always been a main goal of mine from being in the Order of Pale Stone to now.
So
That
you
has
plan-
always been a very high goal of mine to accomplish.
How do you plan to usurp the one who pulls your strings?
After I do this quest to protect the soul from falling in the wrong hands, I want to find out more from Drake on why his soul magic is so different from Quran's.
Are you contacting Drake to ask him?
Oh, I'm just telling him what my how I plan to try and search on finding some type of, without a better word, loophole.
These are answers you need sooner than later. Drake, you feel someone trying to contact you. It is familiar, and it is Tura.
I'll let it through. Yes,
Would you be so kind to grace us with your presence?
sure. Teleport spell.
Do you have Draven with you?
Yes. He's my apprentice. He goes where I go.
You see the other Draven and Drake appear.
Since appears to be a family get together, what can I do to assist?
My sweet Gavin has much on his shoulders. Something I have just recently learned of.
Yeah, neither of them knew I
So-
had soul magic.
Well, that, and the fact that he says a daemon with a soul.
That's what he's become, yes.
He has questions for you.
What are your questions?
Does that give me any way of being what I'm being and not being under Quran's thumb?
Yes and no. It's you being a reaper that puts you underneath Quran's control or command. It's uh, not what you contain, not the fact that you have a soul or not.
Okay.
So there is the soul doesn't give you an inherent benefit to resisting his control, but it doesn't deter you either. And I say technically, because it was explained to me, Derek, right? What exact blessing he got from the blood.
Yes.
Technically, you became what you served. There's no guarantee he has any control for you at all, anyways. You should have manifested into literally him. It's just him without the decades or centuries or millennia of experience and accumulation. I'm not so sure he does control you outside of what deals you've made. Or connections you formed yourself.
Yeah. Okay. My other question for you personally is, do you know why both of your guys' soul magics are so polar opposites of each other?
Because you don't actually have soul magic. The best way to describe it is the soul magic I possess is actually the manipulation of the soul, actual direct metaphysical control over souls. Yours is more akin to what the Raven Queen's is. You control the soul's transition. You actually, nor does Quran, actually have the power to influence a soul in any way.
You can
That's not your
take it.
domain.
Okay, so you would know that they can consume the soul, which
Oh.
has its own innate benefits, because very few entities can consume souls. That has its own benefits, but that also snuffs that essence of life completely out of existence.
Yep. Wasn't it consume, summon, transport?
Yeah, consume,
contain.
summon, and transport, and contain, yeah.
Whereas my magic is direct manipulation of the soul. There's only 2 other people that have that ability that I'm aware of.
And you would be correct.
So Drake, being of your understanding, and I would like to try and I don't know the best way to try and find this out without alerting Chiron, is if I do stand beside him, if I'm beside him, am I still a blockade for what my father plans?
Drake thinks on that one for a moment.
If I'm beside him, couldn't there be 2?
It depends on how powerful you think my father's blood is. Do you think that my father's blood is powerful enough to actually create a second lord of the daemons? Or are you a mere imitation or copy of death? If you are a copy, and death is defeated by Gavin, there's a very real possibility that the powers and responsibilities of death simply flow to you instead.
You hear a voice. You should know our father and his power and what it entails. As this entity pulled to you, no one noticed its presence. And as you all turn, you see this figure that is in this tarnished silver armor holding a obsidian spear. At the head of a spear is a red eye. A perfected elemental eye. You've only dealt with shards of it, Drake. And you see it step into the hallowed grounds of Sarenrae. And begins marching to the center. You have seen this brother? It's your brother, right? Yeah, because it's Solon's uncle. This is the one of pure chaos.
Got it. There's questions on whether or not you got free after the mishap.
It could have been prevented. But none went to the chain, or went to the lock to mend it. That's why I'm keeping track of time. So out of game, so people know, like those that do watch, the few or many, I don't know. Very much player choices have consequences in my game. This happened several days ago, and was waiting to see if anybody would go to the monolith where the chain broke. There was a time limit on it. It was never mended or investigated, and the lock finally broke. Consequences, good or bad, I love them. Archaon, he remembers him because he fought him numerous times and was killed by him several times in the time domain that was created for you all in last campaign. He watches him very closely. He says nothing more, but continues to march to the temple itself.
Can I help you with something?
To return a favor to the one that freed me. I think they all heard your little...
All of a sudden, a yell comes out. Araxis, get out here. We don't want the temple destroyed. Face up like a woman.
You've been passively healing because you're at the Temple of Sarenrae. So yes, you would be at full health. Yes.
Given what the other guy has said, I would then directly ask Drake, do you think your father's blood is powerful enough to have created a new lord?
It is very weird as you turn your eyes from this figure who is standing in the territory of the Temple of Sarenrae. there is a aura of chaos around him, and the healing magic is both healing and then turned to destructive. You see the land around him become desolate and then refertilize and then grow and destroy and decay and mutate into other different things, and just it's a clusterfuck of chaos.
I think my father is powerful enough. I don't know if his blood is powerful enough, is the actual question. I just don't know.
Okay.
There's really no way to know that until a direct comparison is made.
How do you approach?
Well, I guess I just walk out because looking at the figure, I wouldn't recognize them, and I see my other party members out there with them, correct?
It would be quite a walk because they were on the edge of the territory, so you'd probably fly in Jaffa Mill and then land.
Yeah.
Because each hex is about, 12 miles? So.
Fly down.
It looks at you and simply says, "Name your reward."
What are limitations?
It does not answer.
Go back to your prison like a good boy.
I know what I want, but I have to justify it.
Talk to the group then.
No, you can't have the owlbear. She has to think again, huh?
I was just thinking, it's been fun playing with you guys.
See, he can't go in and actually take the owlbear, so what he does is make a truly immortal small pixie that follows Solon around and says, "Hey, listen," every second of the day until he gives it to you. And then when he tries to deafen himself, it heals his ears back. And then, yeah.
Will you be impressed with how much willpower I have when I realize how much the absence of the owlbear is actually harming her? My drive for spite is as powerful as my drive to resist irritation.
And then ultimately that wins the game for you because the adversary comes down and he's just watching this and it's like, you have suffered enough. All right, so what's your thought?
Are you implying she can only have one? That's just rude.
She is a woman. That look.
Wow.
Well, we need my brother dealt with, but I can't just say, hey, I want my brother dead, because that's not how my character would go about it being.
So the correct answer to your question is you could, you just don't want to.
Yes and no.
I mean, technically, your character could have him in prison. You don't necessarily have to have him killed.
Unless you want him killed.
Oh, I could ask to have my brother stripped of his power and birthright. So he has to continue living without any of his magics and dragons and...
Or you could ask for the curse of misfortune. Everything that he touches turns to failure. and everything he tries to accomplish, he fails at, driving him into a slow cascade of disappointment and depression as he is truly the failure he thinks he has become.
So how that would work in game terms, because Pathfinder Second Edition has a mechanic for it's called Misfortune, but it's disadvantage from D&D Fifth Edition. Everything he does has disadvantage.
That has good potential to be really useful.
And hilarious.
That too. Okay, what's the catch to this?
What?
The catch. Like, he's gonna do this thing for me of whatever I ask. What is this individual maybe gonna get out of it if he's gonna get anything out of
freedom? This is the tip to balance the scales. You freed him when he was not supposed to have been freed by you. The choice was supposed to be left to Solon, and in exchange for freeing him and depriving Solon of that choice, he's rewarding you.
I gotta use the restroom while y'all help her real quick.
And actually, I'm gonna hit the restroom too, real quick.
The misfortune disadvantage seems really nice.
It does, but is your character that vindictive?
I don't think she would intend for it to be vindictive, because she wouldn't seek to have just a random entity snuff out her brother because she thinks he needs to die. She wants to keep a balance to the way that things are done. So she wouldn't see it as vindictive, but as a means of balancing the scales in our favor. And we
And teaching
have
him a
to
lesson,
then
I'm guessing.
fight later on.
You have to remember, he did kill both your parents, so, you know.
And that is true, but she's trying really hard to keep that not a factor. So that way she doesn't slip into doing things in an evil way and then, like, tainting her character.
If that's the case,
I could see you doing it to teach him a lesson. Then you have a clause in there that you could remove it if you decided to.
oh, you could put a clause in there that if he repents for his actions, it
He
reverses.
truly repents.
Even better, if he seeks restitution to make up for what he's done.
If any are deemed worthy, may they hold the hammer.
Not quite.
I do like that a lot. Give him, like, the misfortune disadvantage. And then with the clause of if he is deemed to be worthy of it being reversed and repenting himself, then it could be reversed.
So a curse of misfortune upon him until such times as he performs restitutions for the wrongs he's done.
I think I like that.
Is that what you want to go with?
Unless anybody has a better idea, aside from just outright killing him.
I'd vote for outright killing the bitch that brought him back. You have less physical attachment to her. So we did see what happens last time when we turn one of these guys loose to fight large and powerful entities. It kind of re-landscaped the area.
Look, I think the land was asking for it.
Yeah. I have to agree. The land brought this on itself.
See?
You got. It hasn't set any restrictions, so theoretically you have a blank check. Chaos freed him, and chaos gives you a reward.
Chaotically.
Yep.
I do really like the curse with the maybe potentially down the road redemption arc.
Because any of us are going to let him get to a redemption.
Hey, that's just, a happy little accident. I think it would suit my character to do that, though. If there's any good in him, he deserves to be saved. But at this point, he's the only one who can save himself. So, give him a push with the whole curse of misfortune, and if he can come back from what he's done and right his wrongs, he could potentially deserve to be saved. And with all of the hurt and anger that's in my character's heart towards him, he's still blood. So she can't just outright.
Again, she can, she doesn't want to. These are different things.
Yeah. I really think that's what I want to do.
It raises its spear. You see the elemental eye flare. Slams it to the ground. And looks back to you, Gavin. You have no strings. And he is gone.
Well, that answers that question.
Yeah. And Gavin at least does a little sigh of relief there.
You get there's a moment where you're absolutely terrified because you feel an extreme amount of pain. And it's not coming from you. It's coming from Nair. And as you focus, you can feel her impaled upon a spear and pulsating with energy. And then she lets out a scream. And who's still back at the temple?
I am.
You have
Chucky.
an alarm
Yes.
clock.
And Eve.
Chucky,
So it's
all
someone-
suddenly, you all there, you see this tarnished silvered, heavily armored individual appear behind Nair and stabs her in the back with a spear, lifting her up to the sky. What do you do?
When I said snitches get stitches, this isn't what I meant.
I'm not sure who this entity is.
No.
I'm not sure what he's doing, but he is attacking a friend.
I nod at Chucky and I get ready to cast as well.
blood that flows through me, through these lands, now protects. And he pulls the spear out of her and she falls to the ground.
I'm going to run to her aid.
You see her convulsing, shaking uncontrollably.
Kind of restrain her a little bit.
Her
she doesn't
eyes
hurt
go
herself.
solid black. And Gavin, your eyes go solid black. And then you find yourself standing next to Nair. But everything around you is a tempest of chaos.
I promise one of these days
Faust.
we'll wake up in a day and not get like stabbed or soul marked or something like that.
A maelstrom of beauty, chaos, destruction, life, death, rebirth, everything. And then you hear the sounds of chains. And a presence that is all-consuming.
So Chucky is on his guard and just watching this entity to see what he's doing. Because he's concerned for any year, but he is on guard.
The ground visibly shakes a little. What do you do, Gavin?
Well, at least this time maybe he won't force a gauntlet on my hand this time. I'll blatantly ask, why are we here before you?
Freedom. Choice. Rebirth. Renewal. Destruction.
Someone's meeting my grandpa.
What is it you seek, Gavin Amore?
I seek my own freedom to pursue sorry, I blanked out. To pursue give me a second, I just blanked on there. What I was gonna say. I wish for the freedom to pursue my justice on those that would hurt who I care about.
You feel a chain snap. And the gauntlet on your arm fall off.
In more mystical terms, you seek to become the judge and not just the executioner.
Mm-hmm.
You feel an all-consuming presence about you. Speak your desire. Speak your fear. Speak your joy.
Ugh. What was the one before fear?
Desire, fear, and joy.
My fear is that the daemons would use the soul that I have, that they don't, to pursue harming the mortal world.
You feel chain snap.
I'm really not liking when you say I'm feeling a chain snap there. I desire to bring closure to the injustices of those around me.
To what end? Of the mortal or beyond?
Gavin's kind of taken back by that for a moment. He's not really have been much to actually think about beyond. Though he knows that there are greater injustices beyond what he knows in the mortal plane.
Sorry,
He
what Dan posted.
says because Chucky's title, is it just the sword, or what was his
The sword.
the sword? Um, since my comrade is the sword, I'm going to have to desire beyond the mortal realm.
You feel a chain break.
And when I think of joy, I grip Nair's hand and if she so desires it, I wish for Nair to remain with me,
She
to
grips
be
your
my
hand.
anchor.
She grips your hand, and you feel 2 chains break. Your surroundings fade. She opens up her eyes. Her skin is alabaster white. You open up your eyes, and the skeleton that you were is no more. Your skin is alabaster white. Your eyes are solid black. The scythe you wield, you no longer feel the connection it had to Quran. There is no connection to Quran. There is no connection to any. You are set free from any obligations. Any oaths that you once made no longer stand. For you are free to be judge, to be executioner. You hear the sounds of the skiff, and then the sounds of hooves. And then there's everyone notices there is a pale horse.
Before we move into this, I'm going to bid everybody a good night here because this is about as far as I'm going to be able to make it.
This is pretty much where we're going to be wrapping up. If you want to give it a couple more minutes,
Okay.
unless you want to dip out now.
I'll give it a couple more minutes.
The connection with you and Nair are still there,
Mm-hmm.
still bound, but the soul marks put upon you, they're gone.
And the soul mark on her.
It's gone. If you have any dealings with Solon or Drake, those are gone as well. Your oath to the Order Palestone is gone. You are truly set free. You lose the trait Undead, keep the trait Reaper, and you get a question mark trait. You slightly change. You can choose how positive and negative energy affects you. Meaning, if somebody throws a heal on you, you can choose to have it heal you instead of damage you.
Okay. The losing of traits. I'll probably ask you about that later. I'll ask you about that later.
But yes, unless there's anything else, guys, good fight. Y'all took on a level 26. Dan's asleep. Any last minute things y'all want to do before we call it, guys? Random event.
Can I get some sleep? I don't think Solon got full sleep.
No, neither did Daniel.
Random event rolled. It so happened to be Trial of Archaon. Time elapsed.
You roll on that table way too often.
I roll out of every session.
You roll on that table way too friggin' often.
Yes.
But that also coincided with the time lapse of when the chain broke, so I had to take care of both events tonight. So,
dang.
Yeah.
When the stars align, they align. Man.
Yeah, when the chain snapped, you all had time to actually fortify the lock. That way, that wouldn't have happened. But at the same time, something else has happened. So, all right, y'all have a good night, guys.
Right.
And I will be around tomorrow if anybody needs to do side stuff. We need to get your rolls finished, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that tomorrow if you're free.
Okay. I'll get with you on that, but
All right.
I am off. I don't go to work tomorrow till like 5 or 6. So.
Gotcha. All right, y'all have a nice night, guys.
Nice.
All right.
See you.
Bye.
Later.